Hi everyone, I'm Yo and this is Virginia. Welcome back to our YouTube channel, Knowing, Caring, and Loving Your Lady Parts. So we're so excited. So we've been on YouTube for a month now, and we thought it was time to tell you about us and give you a little story about why we set up this YouTube channel and a little bit about me, Yo, and Virginia. So please stay tuned in for this video and let's get started. Welcome, and please don't forget to hit that subscribe button and let's get started. So yeah, exciting because we have been on YouTube now for a month, and I thought, well, I think you guys should know a little bit more about me and her, Virginia. So my name is Yolanda and people do call me Yo. And this is Virginia, and she is my sidekick in these channels, and she's a vulva puppet, as you know from the female anatomy videos up there in the corner. And why did we set up this channel? Well, as you know, I'm a pelvic floor physio, and I see so many clients with a lot of lady part stuff. And a lot of my clients come to the clinic and they say, why hasn't anybody ever told us about this stuff? Why does doctors don't even tell us about this? How come nobody does this? Just for some actually information on the side, everybody in Europe sees a pelvic floor physio after they have a baby, and we should really do that here because it would prevent a lot of issues. But besides that, so I'd see all the young women who come to the clinic and they're upset and they've seen 5 or 6 healthcare professionals and nobody can tell them what's wrong with them. They think it's in their head and we know it's not. And then finally someone has steered them the right way and they're getting treated and they feel so validated for what's going on in this area. But it takes that many health professionals for them to actually come to confirm an actual diagnosis of what's going on. I'm reaching those fun decades of womanhood where things start to change a lot. So I'm speaking also from my own personal experience. My pelvic floor is not 100%. I've had 2 amazing kids, and as a mom, my pelvic floor has gone through a lot of change and havoc, thanks to my lovely daughter in this position here. She was posterior, so she was birthed sunny side up, which makes it a lot harder in terms of birthing. And also you can see that she has a bit of a cone head, and imagine that down in my pelvic floor region for hours and hours. I wasn't made for babies, so my labors were really, really long. So I'm speaking also from personal experience with these videos, and a lot of course, the techniques that I've learned are through experience, through talking through clients, through research, through doing courses, just through a lot of mentoring also. So I'm trying to bring this all together for you with Virginia so you can address these issues as effectively as possible. The other main reason for setting up this channel too is, as you know, for some reason we have a lot of issues with saying the word vagina and vulva. And it's a dirty word. And why can't we say that? It's just part of our body. For women, it's, you know, it's part of your body and it's an amazing part. And why can't we just talk about it like, you know, it's your shoulder, your elbow. Hey, you know, my vulva is kind of itchy today. I don't know if we necessarily say that, but you know, it shouldn't be a kept secret, right? And a lot of times I see clinically that women have issues from some sort of negative connection in this area that's formulated somehow from some bad experiences, maybe a strong upbringing where sex is taboo. So it is so important to have a positive connection in this area and to love this area. That's why I call the channel Knowing, Caring, and Loving Your Lady Parts, because it's all connected. As we know, our whole body is connected, and that includes your mind. As I mentioned before, I'm a proud mom of 2 amazing girls, and as a parent, we often struggle with, okay, am I doing the right things? You know, could I do anything better? We second guess ourselves. And with teenage girls, I think it's so fundamental to create that strong foundation with respect to your body image and that area here. I mean, there shouldn't be any reservation or any taboo in saying the words vulva or vagina, right? It's just part of our body. And establishing that connection early with young girls is so important with creating that positive pelvic, sexual health, and of course that attributes to their overall mental health and well-being. I see a lot of young girls in the clinic, believe it or not, and I wanted to get the message out there that there are conditions that cause pain during sex for young girls, and sometimes we're not sure why. And sometimes it could be just that their pelvic floor muscles are tight and they just have to be taught and educated how to relax it, and certain techniques that work really, really effectively. So as a mother of girls and teenage girls, I think it's important to know that. So if your daughter is just learning to explore that you're aware of if there's something that is not normal in that area, and to create that positive body image. A lot of times clinically, I do see a link that I've established, and I'm not a psychologist, of course, but that a lot of my clients have disclosed to me, where there's some sort of negative connection with that area, whether it's something they've learned or been influenced, like a strong cultural upbringing where sex is tabooed and communicated in a negative way, or just something has happened, or maybe there's no reason at all. But sometimes I find that there is a negative link there. So it's so important to create that positive connection. And that's why one of the reasons why I call the channel Knowing, Caring, and Loving Your Lady Parts. But the positive thing is that there's treatment out there, pelvic floor physio, and it works really, really well. It's very, very effective. But I want to communicate out there to all the moms and women, especially young girls, that you're not alone. I see a lot of women out there. So that's one of the reasons, again, that I set up the channel, because often I see young girls who come into the clinic, or girls who've had pain during intercourse. They think there's something wrong with them. They're not sure what's going wrong. I mean, they're young, they're trying to get active, they have a new boyfriend. I mean, the last thing they want is to admit that they have pain during intercourse, right? So just know that you're not alone, and my channel is going to cover a lot of techniques to help you address this. And of course, if you have any further issues, you can always see a pelvic floor physio. So establishing that positive connection with young girls is so important. And have a look at this. What do you think this is here? I love this. So yeah, you guessed it. This is a vagina cake. And my two girls, now this was a milestone birthday for me years ago. So it's probably about 3 years ago. My kids were probably like 10 or 9 and 6. And apparently it was their idea, but they made me this amazing vagina cake. And I was so proud. And I was like, oh my God, is that what I think it is? Because that just really emphasized and affirmed the fact that I've created a very positive body image. And my husband said that it wasn't his idea at all. And he looked over and there was one of my daughters who was modeling for the other one. And the cake is very lifelike. I thought it was amazing. And, I've been very open about talking about this area, so it's not tabooed at all. And that they have a positive image with respect to talking about their body parts. And hopefully that'll serve well in terms of their relationships in the future. I'm hoping anyway. The other thing about creating this channel is debunking the myth about what is normal and what is not in this lady part region. How many times have I heard, oh, it's normal that I should have pain after I have a baby? Or my friends and I were at this pub, like, oh, they're laughing about, hey, it's so funny. I can't jump anymore on the trampoline. And I'm like, oh, that's not funny, because it can get worse as you hit menopause and all those fun decades later on, which actually can be fun if you embrace things and know what to do in the lady part region. I'm so grateful to all the amazing clients that I've had and support from family and friends. I mean, I love what I do as a pelvic floor physio, and I'm so grateful that I've found something that's so gratifying and fixing women in this area, because that's a big thing. If you have pain during intercourse, right, you don't want to live with any bit of pain. You want to be 100% pain-free, because that should be completely something that you don't think about and that you totally enjoy, and that you don't have to think about, is this going to hurt or not? So the story behind Vaginia is that she is made by a friend of mine from Canada, from Ottawa, actually, Ontario, and she is not mass produced. She is one of a kind, and she is absolutely gorgeous, don't you think? And I wanted to add her to these videos to add a little bit of fun and humor, and I think that she is pretty special. And every video I try to actually sport a new jewel. If you haven't noticed, pay attention, just because this part is really, really special and she wants to show it off. So that's the story behind my amazing sidekick, Vaginia. So we set up this channel so all you amazing women and men out there too have all the tools, so you know how to address anything that might come your way in this area and how to look for it, what's normal and what's not, and how to prevent it, big thing, and also how to treat it early so you don't have to go through surgery or go through painful processes of having multiple interventions of treatment that don't work. So this channel is going to bring my experience as a pelvic floor physio and also a mom of two amazing girls who's given vaginal birth, who doesn't have a perfect pelvic floor, and all those amazing tips and stories that my clients have told me who have been in their late teens up to 89 years old. I've seen women through all the decades. So everyone, please be kind to your pelvic floor and know that you're not alone. And if you have any symptoms in this area, please mention it to your family physician and know that you can get help and that pelvic floor physiotherapy exists and it can be effective in treating whatever is going on in this area that you may be experiencing. So please reach out and I'm happy to answer any questions if you want to email me or just send me a message in the comment section below. So thank you so much for tuning into this video and we so appreciate your support. We wouldn't be here without you guys, and please share this with your friends, especially with all the amazing women out there that you know, and men, of course, who love their women, because the more they know about us, the happier we'll be, right? So please hit that subscribe button and please hit the like button too and share with your friends. And Vaginia and I, thank you so much for all your support and we look